How about Wade Wilson? For those not aware, a certain section of Book Talk has been making fan edits and comments thirsting over Wade Wilson, recently convicted for the brutal murder of two women, Kristine Melton and Diane Ruiz, as well as battery of his then-girlfriend Melissa Montanez, theft and grand theft auto. And a number of creators have been calling this behaviour out.
I love Book Talk, but the actions of a few are absolutely disgusting and embarrassing the community as a whole.
What's wrong with people? But there's a demographic of people online that are enabling this bad behavior, and it is deeply disgusting.
If you were one of the book talkers on the videos about Wade Wilson, then I hope a pipe bursts above your bookshelves, they flood, and all your books are ruined.
Now you would think that this would be a day of celebration for misogynists, a national holiday. It's women holding women accountable. The very thing they complain has absolutely never ever happened in all of recorded human history. It's the justification they use for the entire existence of their platforms, that nobody else is holding women accountable, so reluctantly they are forced to. You think they'd be grateful for the day off. But no, they've conveniently ignored both the backlash this has already generated from other women and the fact that they've spent the last 3 months arguing that generalizing the behavior of a small group of men and applying it to all men is degrading and dehumanizing, to instead capitalize on farming this for easy rage bait content and to generalize the behavior of a small group of women and apply it to all women. See, women like violent men. The whole man versus bear thing was a lie. And yet all they're actually doing is making our point for us and being completely oblivious. Because if the argument is that some women go out of their way to overlook men's violence, to minimize, downplay, and make excuses for men's violence, to believe that he's only violent towards that group of people, but he wouldn't harm me, I'm different, I'm safe from his violence is selective and temporary, that I can fix him, that this monster of a man is really a good person underneath it all, then yeah. Now ask yourself why. Why have women been socialized to this behavior, to believe this narrative about men's violence? Who benefits? Who benefits when these attitudes invade courtrooms? Oh, they only battered their spouse. They won't be violent to the kids. So that 70% of batterers walk away with unsupervised custody of their children, even though a majority will go on to abuse their children as well. For 2 years, I've been making content largely around the singular theme that men's violence is downplayed, minimized, overlooked, and ignored, and you reject it. But the moment it can be used to point score against women, oh, suddenly you're on board with the idea. Suddenly you're begging to be part of the team. Not to actually have a serious discussion about why we're socialized to excuse men's violence. No, it's just to complain that once again, women don't pick nice guys. And look, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but you're not highlighting double standards. You're showing how selective and hypocritical your outrage is, and that it's motivated purely by your own insecurities. See, an actual double standard would be like if, I don't know, men also did this behavior and you totally failed to call it out. Hey, quick question. Jodi Arias, Mindy Sangera, and Megan Martin, could you date these killer babes? 3 women with killer looks. They're drop dead gorgeous. Bet they're all demons in the sack. It's worth the risk. And I can't even read these. Is Casey Anthony hot? That's the question few will ask, even fewer will answer. But TMZ is about to do both. Amanda Knox got a whole nickname, Foxy Noxy. And Gypsy Rose Blanchard said over 250 men were willing to date her while still in prison. So until these misogynists start calling out men for failing to meet the exact same standards they set for women, they'll continue to just be deeply unserious people who lack any credibility or integrity, or the ability to see the point even when they walk right into it.